What's going on YouTube? Obviously you guys know a lot of my channel is based around the post score, whether it was 2K17 or 2K18. You guys know I play in the post a lot and I really enjoy it, and I think a lot of you enjoy watching it. Well, today I have something very special. I got 4 of the best post scorers on this game to sit down with me and kind of give me their perspective. Obviously you guys have seen mine, you've heard how I play, you see how I play, but everyone plays the post a little different. So I wanted to give you guys a different perspective on the video. A lot of work went into this, getting everyone's schedule coordinated to sit down and talk with me, so please go drop a like for me. Let's try to get this thing to 2,000 likes. That would be crazy. But I sat down with Giuseppe Vuitton, StoppedAli, Raptor, and Beast. These guys are 4 of the best post scorers on this game, and I think you're really going to find it interesting how they all have a different style, but yet they're all dominant. And I encourage you, if you're trying to become a better post scorer, do it your way. Don't copy somebody else. Find your own style and you'll dominate in your own way. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Here with the one and only StoppedAli. If you guys don't know about this man, maybe because you don't watch Twitch, but this guy has a 97 win percentage. He runs on his shot creating post scorer, ran up multiple 100 game win streaks on the one-on-one court. Easily, if he's not the best center on this game, he's one of the best centers on this game for sure. What we want to talk about today, first of all, is why did you decide to go with a shot creating post scorer as opposed to a pure or maybe a slashing or rebounding or one of the other builds you could have went with?
Well, I wanted to like space the floor, and I know like shot creators get like difficult shots and stuff. So like I could shoot like mid ranges and like corner threes, so
right, makes it a little more versatile as opposed to some of the other post scorer builds. That's the reason I kind of copied your build. So in the post, what's your mentality when you're posting up? Like, what are you looking for? You know, what's something you might go to if you really need to get a bucket?
All right, so I'm looking at how my defender plays me. Like if he's playing back, I'll shoot like a fadeaway or a hop shot. But if he's playing up close, then that's when I do like a post spin or a drop step.
Do you have a signature move or a few moves that, you know, for you feel like you're most comfortable going to, or, you know, you're just comfortable with everything?
I do like the between the legs behind the back, and I cradle it. That's like one of my go-to moves, especially if they're playing me back. And like my post fadeaway.
Got you.
Like the way I do it is like a change of direction. Like I'll run to the right and like post fade away to the left.
Right.
And I'll just catch everybody. Something
I found unique about StoppedAli's play style was the fact that he has so many moves he can go to in terms of he'll take you off the dribble, you know, he can post you up and play that bully ball down in the paint, you know, but obviously like he talked about, he can stretch the floor with that shot creating post scorer build, which is why I love it so much. He can go to the fade and the hop shot with those difficult shots on badge on silver, you know, very, very versatile player in the post. He doesn't just go to one thing, which I think it's a good thing because it really keeps people guessing. And that shot creating post scorer is such a versatile build. He really uses it to the best of his ability. Here are my boy Giuseppe Vuitton, widely regarded as the best or at least one of the best post scorers in the game. Giuseppe, why did you go with the pure post scorer build that you decided to make instead of one of the other choices?
I went with a pure post scorer build because I've actually been playing in the post since about 2K14. I made a center build because I was using a guard for a long time. Kind of got bored of it, wanted to use a center, and I've just always been interested in the post. So I kind of kept that going through with the 2Ks and ended up making a pure post scorer in 2K18.
Do you think, what are the advantages you think as a pure post scorer you have over maybe like, you know, the shot creating or the rebounding or one of the other post scorer builds?
I feel like I could do the same thing as any of the mixed archetypes, as well as I get the Hall of Fame badges right off the jump without having to get to 99 overall. So I feel like that kind of helps me. And as more of a pro-am player, every little advantage you can get as far as badges, that really helps a lot. So that's kind of why I went with the pure post score.
Right. Now, in terms of your play style, like what are you looking for when you're in the post? Like when you're looking to get a bucket, like what are you trying to analyze in terms of the defender, yourself, you know, just all factors taken into the equation?
So when I catch the ball in the post, the first thing I like to do is look at the surrounding court to see if I have a teammate open from someone dropping down to double team, things like that. And I also like to look at if they're playing back on me, you know, giving me a little bit of a gap between our bodies, because then I might be able to hit a step back on them or something. If they're playing hard on one to side, I might be able to fade the other way, create some space on them, just whatever creates the most space in the situation to give me an easy bucket. But by all means, I'm always looking for the teammates first, because you're getting more points with a 3-pointer than the 2, obviously. So
right. And last, if you need a bucket, like it's one-on-one, nobody's doubling down, anything like that, what is your go-to move if you have to go to something?
Oh, the fade. Without a doubt, fade. I might hit him with a couple of fakes first, and then hit him with a fade. Every time I've ever been in a clutch situation on pro, need a bucket at the end of a game, I always go with the fade. It's the most reliable for me. I'm most comfortable with it. It creates enough space. I feel like I can make the shot.
Right. Something that separates Giuseppe from all the other post scorers, I think, is the fact that he's more of a classic back to the basket post scorer. These other guys, you'll see a lot of them like to catch the ball outside the 3-point line, try to take you off the dribble. If that doesn't work, then they'll go into the post and try to play, bully ball, or, go to one of their other moves. But Giuseppe seems like a lot more of a classic post scorer. He actually uses like the up and under, which I don't see a lot of post scorers use. And in the post, he can go to any move, as opposed to a lot of other post scorers. They kind of stick to 2 or 3 moves that really work well for them. Both styles are effective, but just like I said, everyone has their own way of doing it, and Giuseppe's way is certainly working for him.
All right, here on my boy Beast. He's run up an 80 streak multiple times on the 1v1 court. He won the only 1v1 post scorer tournament they had this year. He's an underrated post scorer because he doesn't do YouTube or anything, so you guys might not have heard of him, but he's widely regarded as one of the best post scorers on the game. Beast, just walk us through a little bit of your mentality when you're posting up.
Well, thanks, that boy. Well, I play aggressive offense in the paint, always. You can never play soft offense at all, or you obviously just lose the ball. Obviously, as a pure post scorer, you got the Hall of Fame badges. You got Post Spin Technician Hall of Fame. You got Drop Step Hall of Fame. You got Up and Under Specialist Hall of Fame, and you get Bruiser Hall of Fame, which is the most help, obviously. And the thing about the pure post is that you can just abuse the strength, which is you have 99 strength on the pure post, so you can really get in there, just really hammer it in there.
A lot of people that use different types of post scores, but you went with the pure post. Was the reasoning just the strength, or what was the reasoning behind it?
To be honest, I was actually just trying to make, I made my build just because it was just a center, just to get boards and stuff. But once I started understanding the meaning of the build, I actually started trying to get good with the build. I didn't know what I was able to do. I didn't know my abilities with the character. I didn't know what I could do until I started looking on YouTube, and I started creating more offense. Then I started going to the 1v1 court. It started really getting good for me.
Right, and then last but not least, for me, I have my signature where I spin and then go into the hop shot. What are some of the things that you go to when you got to get a bucket? What's something that you would go to?
Besides the hop shot, I'll get to that in a second. I'm really good with the big body drop steps that are just really hard to unguard.
Right.
I know you've seen probably that spin drop step that you always see that you just cannot guard and just fall down.
Right.
That's the heaviest, best animation right there, and I know how to do it perfectly.
All right, cool.
When it comes to post hop shots, basically I would do a half spin and then go right to the fade, because normally that creates so much space on the floor, especially on 2s or 1s.
Something I noticed about Beast was he talked a lot about strength and bully ball in the paint and stuff like that, but he wasn't one-dimensional when I played with him. He really uses that half spin to set up not only his drop step and getting inside of people, but he really uses that half spin to set up his fadeaways and his hop shots, which a lot of the other post scorers use the half spin, but they don't use it in the way Beast uses it. That's what I'm talking about in terms of finding your own style. Beast really is good with the drop steps in the paint, with the pure post 99 strength. Of course, you should use that to your advantage. But he has his own way of creating space for his, for his more skillful shots, if you want to call them that. And he's also a very good ISO player at the top. You see, he uses his hop steps and, his rhythm dribbles and all of that to set up him not only trying to get in the paint, but set up his post game. You see the way, Giuseppe Vuitton played that we just looked at. He's more of a classic post scorer. Beast is a little more freestyle, but he's also looking to get in that paint and get easy, efficient buckets. This man won the post scorer tournament that they had. So this man, although you might not have heard of him because he doesn't do YouTube, he beat all the top post scorers were in that tournament. The only 2 that didn't play was Giuseppe Vuitton and myself, if you consider me a top post scorer. I'm not here to debate that today. But Beast won that tournament. StoppedAli was in it, Raptor was in it, a lot of other good centers were in it, and this man won it. So you could definitely take a few things from his game.
I'm here with my boy Raptor. My boy was a finalist in the post scorer tournament they had a week ago. He's ran up multiple 50-game win streaks on the one-on-one court, regarded as one of the best post scorers in the game. First question, Raptor, is what made you go with the slashing post scorer instead of one of the other builds?
Because they're very dominant and they have amazing drop steps, and I can get bailed out a lot in the paint with a lot of contact animations.
One of your signature moves that you've told me about and tried to help me work on was the drop step. Kind of tell us, how you do it and how is it so overpowered?
Basically call it like the unstoppable drop step. When you flick down and then you drop step, it does like an unstoppable drop step move to where you shove your opponent to like the ground basically.
What other moves would you use? If you need to get a bucket and they're defending the paint pretty well, what's something you would go to?
Like just a bucket?
Yeah, just if you need a bucket, they're playing good paint defense. You can't really get your drop step off. What else would you go to?
Sometimes I like doing a half spin into a crossover into a behind the back.
Right.
Something that like comp pure sharps do to get themselves open.
Gotcha.
So as I said earlier, Raptor's account was banned, so we had to go on the my court, and I was just playing, just mock defense and trying to let him show off his moves. And again, a different post scorer build, a different style, but still extremely, extremely effective. I've played against Raptor in the park before, and he's tough to guard, man. His drop steps are really, really strong, and that build, the slashing post scorer, again, if you play bully ball in the paint, it's incredibly difficult to guard because of those badges that he gets and the upped dunking and layups. Another style, another dominant post scorer. So I hope you guys enjoyed different perspectives on the post. I know you guys watch me play all the time, and I have my own way of doing it. Now these other four guys, they're all dominant in their own right, and they all do it a little differently than I do. They all have their own style, their own build, their own strategy, but yet they're all dominant. And this could play for you too. You don't have to do exactly what one of us does. Take little bits and pieces, create your own style, come up with some stuff on your own, and you can dominate the post too. The point of this video was not to debate who's the best. You guys can maybe comment that down below if you want, but it was just to show you that you can be a dominant post scorer and do things different. You don't have to copy what somebody else does. Everyone has their own build, their own style, their own way, but yet we're all dominant. We all win a lot of games. We all score a lot of points. And that's what it's about. Dominate the post, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time, I'm out.